Hey everybody, today is the day. It's September 12th and it's Braxton's birthday. We've thought about this day we've thought about this day for a year, and we knew that we wanted to do something special for Braxton, but for me it was just really hard to plan something because I knew it was going to be a sad day for us. Yeah, at first I had imagined planning a really big party for him and, inviting all of our friends and family and having like elephants everywhere and just, remembering him and making it really big and special. But I didn't have it in me to plan something like that because it made me sad to think like it's been a year without him. So instead today we've been our plan is to just stay busy, and the hummingbird is here. So our plan today has been to just stay busy and to do the things that we used to love to do with Braxton and that we think that he loved doing with us. We went to go eat. We didn't vlog that because it was really loud.
You want to tell them about the significance of the place? We went there I think we went there a week. Maybe not even a week. Maybe like 3 or 4 days after we lost Braxton, after we were discharged from the hospital. We went to this restaurant, and then
we went there because we were just trying to get out of the house and stay busy, and it was really depressing in our apartment. So we get there, we're like feeling okay. It was a nice day outside, and then as soon as we were seated right next to this couple who had just had a baby. So I was like, okay, this is gonna be fine, But then I guess the mom knew someone in the restaurant who came over and immediately started asking her questions about the baby, like saying, congratulations, how's the baby doing? Were you induced? And then talking about like her labor.
How painful it was.
Yeah, like her getting induced and like her labor and how painful it was. And then all of a sudden I just like relived my entire labor with Braxton and remembered how he came out and he wasn't breathing, and then how we had to just leave him at the hospital. So that was one of the reasons why we wanted to go there today, with Brisa, and just kind of remember, I guess, how far we've come. But we're back home right now. We just came home really quick to do a diaper change for Brisa. I'll show you guys a clip of her shirt. She's wearing a shirt that says Braxton's little sister.
So why don't we tell you about what we're going to do today and like what the planning was behind how we're going to celebrate Braxton. At least from my point of view, I thought about, hey, what are my friends going to do, or what are they going to think? And I just think at the end of the day, like, friends and family don't know what to do, so they're not going to know what to do. So in general, even, I think about my best friend who has a daughter, and I think about how many birthday parties I've showed up to her birthday, and I actually haven't been able to. And I think about that, and I'm like, well, in general, even if Braxton was here, many of our friends wouldn't reach out to us just because we have our everyday things. So we tried to normalize, at least for me, I try to normalize, what would it be like if Braxton was here. Well, we would actively have to reach out to friends and say, hey, we're gonna do some sort of get together. If you want to come, you can come. If you can't, you can't. That's fine. Because I think before I even thought of that, I began to think that, like, hey man, everyone's forgetting about Braxton. No one's thinking about him, and that's just, whether or not that's true, I'm not quite sure. But I want to normalize a little bit of the celebration for Braxton and actively reach out to people and say, hey, we're going to get together. Let's try to do something. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go to his tree. First, we're going to blow up his balloon, and then we'll show you what we're going to do later.
We have a big gold balloon, and it just is the number 1.
And then we're going to get roses. We're going to get 13 white roses from the same place that we're going to blow up the balloon. And then we're going to go to a tree in Palos Verdes, which is a couple miles from our house. It's on the edge of the ocean. And then there's a significance behind that, and I'll let Felly talk about that later. And then later on, we're going to go to Dave & Buster's, which is obviously
favorite.
Yeah, which is like an arcade place that we went to the weekend before we lost Braxton, we always talked about taking Braxton there for his first and second and third birthday party and renting a room and doing stuff like that. We're not going to rent a room, but we're going to invite our friends, and then we're going to invite them and see if they want to come play games and hang out and do whatever.
And eat there. Remember when we went to eat there and I was pregnant with Braxton and I was eating buffalo wings? And then when I was done, you said that Braxton was going to need some wet naps.
Yeah.
That was funny. Yeah, so that's what we want to do, is just, do the things that remind us of Braxton and, I don't know, I guess stay busy. So I just quickly wanted to say to everyone, thank you for following our journey and for all the messages. I've been getting so many messages, happy birthday Braxton today, and that means so much to us. And I feel like you all, like YouTube and all of your comments, all of your messages have helped me so much this past year.
Well, I think it's important for everyone that's watching, and in regards to who you are watching, think about this time last year. So the weekend leading up to, this previous weekend, at least for me, I thought about
all the things we did last year.
Yeah, all the things, and what happens is, and it's because of trauma, and I think anybody that goes through any type of trauma, they think about where they were at that particular time last year. And so what we've been going through this week and this past weekend is like thinking about the moments leading up to losing Braxton. So we're completely aware of what we were wearing, what we were doing, the minutes leading up to Braxton, and even now at this time. So last night we went to bed and we thought about, yesterday we thought about the moment that we drove to the hospital, and the moment that they told us at the exact time. So remember, it was around 1 or 1:30 p.m. and they told us that Braxton didn't have a heartbeat, and then when they sent us back home, so that we could determine whenever we wanted to come back and deliver our dead baby. And then we remember returning back to the hospital, and then we remember delivering the exact time we delivered, induced, the exact time that we were sitting in the hospital. And this time last year, we were sitting in the hospital determining like when we needed to say our official goodbyes. And I think it's like 2:30 right now. And so around this time last year, we were only an hour and a half away from saying our goodbyes to Braxton and letting Braxton go his way, and we went our way. And then Felly getting into the car without Braxton, and then us figuring out what to do. And that's the significance behind where we're going to go today, which is the tree. We didn't know what to do. We didn't know where to go. And so we just took a drive, and we ended up at this particular tree. Mm-hmm. And that's why we're going to go back today, because it just shows. We called it Braxton's tree, right?
Yeah, we started calling it Braxton's tree. My brother carved his name on it, and that's just a place that we went to very often after he passed away. And yeah, like you said, right after we left the hospital, I mean, imagine going to the hospital and delivering your baby and then having to leave your baby there and then just being discharged, and we're kind of like, what now, So yeah, that's how we ended up going to Braxton's tree. So we're going to take you guys along. A lot of you who've been following my journey, or not my journey, a lot of you who have been following my story. Yeah, my torture. We don't consider it a journey, what we're going through.
Well, it is a journey. We understand why people use that term. But I'm the one that told Felly this. I'm like, what kind of journey is? Journey is like Jurassic Park, where you go and see a bunch of dinosaurs and a bunch of amazing things like Disneyland. That's a great journey. But like, this is like torture. Like, I was like, I think about like people that get tortured in wars. Like, do they think it's a journey? Like, oh wow, I'm getting waterboarded. This is a journey, and it's not. I mean, it's a journey. I get it. It's a story, but I think really a way to like put colors to it is that it's torture every day.
It's a nightmare.
And we get used to the torture.
Yeah, it's like a nightmare. And I don't know, I guess sometimes now it's not like as constant and as heavy, but it's still a really bad dream, that you wish you could wake up from. But anyway, we're like rambling. We're going to bring you guys along to Braxton's tree. Hi, mamas. You look so beautiful. You ready to go to Braxton's tree today? Today's brother's birthday. He would have been 1 today, Mama. Yeah. Alright, so I got the roses and the balloon. And of course the woman asked if it was our baby's birthday today, if he was turning 1. And then I could have just said yes, but I don't know, that's not true. So I told her that our son would have been turning 1 today, and she asked if he was sick or, you know, like why did he pass away. And then when I told her, I think there was like a language barrier, but she just seemed really confused. Like I told her, you know, like no, he was actually healthy and like he was stillborn at 40 weeks. And she just seemed like she didn't know what I was talking about. So those types of situations are kind of, they can be uncomfortable and awkward because it's kind of hard to explain it to them. And then, I don't know, I guess like I kind of get frustrated about it too because he was healthy. Anyway, we are on our way to Braxton's tree right now. Hi everybody, so it's the next day. It's the day after Braxton's birthday, and I just wanted to come on here and close the video out. So we kind of showed you what we did yesterday after we were in the apartment. We went to his tree, we put the 13 roses there. I don't think we explained what the 13 signified, but after Braxton was born, he was born at 2:50 a.m. and so we spent 13 hours with him at the hospital. So that's actually what we did last year, was we brought 13 roses and we put them on the tree, and then we did it again for his birthday this year. We went to Dave & Buster's, which is like a restaurant and an arcade, and some of our friends came and it was really, really nice. We appreciate it so much. One of our friends actually named a star after Braxton, so that's pretty awesome. And I guess we're going to be receiving something in the mail, so I'm really excited about that and I really want to show it to you all. I also wanted to talk about my family, because all day long I was waiting for a message from my mom and my dad, my brother. My sister-in-law posted something about Braxton, but I was just like, okay, is that it? You know, like, is that really, that's all they're gonna do for his birthday? And finally I text my brother. I was like, so mom and dad haven't messaged me, you know, did they forget Braxton's birthday? And then he just said, well, wait a minute, I'm gonna FaceTime you, make sure you answer. So I'm gonna insert a clip of what they did here when they FaceTime me.
Can you sing with us? Can you sing with us? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Braxton. Happy birthday to you.
We love you, Braxton.
Love you, Braxton.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Braxton.
So yeah, that was so nice. That was one of the best surprises that I had yesterday, was that my family, they already have this area in their house dedicated to Braxton, which means so much to us. And for them to go get a cake and balloons and all the candles, it just meant so much to us. So thank you, family, if you're watching. So my brother Sam and my sister Belinda, my mom Ruth, and my dad is Sam too. Thank you. I love you guys so much. And again, I want to say thank you to you all, my YouTube family. Like I said, YouTube has helped me so much this past year. I say it all the time, but something that would have really hurt me or made me sad this year was if people just went about their days and didn't think of Braxton or didn't acknowledge his birthday. And I received so many messages yesterday that it just made me happy, you know. So many people know about Braxton and it just warms my heart. So I woke up this morning and I thought that for sure I was going to have grief hangover. This is like a term that I actually made up. What it means is it's like the day after a really big event where people kind of just go on with their days, but we're left here in grief, and it's just like a really bad grief hangover. We experienced it the day after Braxton's memorial. You know, we felt like so much love at his memorial, and the day of his memorial actually wasn't so hard for us because we had all of our friends and family there. But the day after that, it just seemed that everyone went on with their lives, and then we were the ones stuck here with an empty nursery and broken hearts. So, and then we also experienced that. I think like New Year's Day was a hard one for us too, because, you know, it just felt like we were starting the new year and leaving Braxton behind in 2017. But anyway, I thought for sure today I was going to wake up with the worst grief hangover and, you know, just feel so sad. But I actually didn't feel that way today. I haven't so far. What I do feel is just, you know, all of last year, my whole goal and my mindset was just like survival mode. And I haven't really felt like myself for a long time. This whole last year was spent just grieving Braxton and also being really, really anxious during my entire pregnancy with Breeza. So, I don't know, this morning I just felt like, okay, you know, this is like a new year for me. You know, Braxton's birthday is like a new year for me, and this year I just want to focus on finding myself again and being happy again, and I just want to give my friends the old fun felly back. I want Jonathan to have, you know, his fun girlfriend, and I want Breeza to just think about me not as a sad and depressed mom, but I want her to think of me as like Superwoman and nothing less than that. So yeah, that's where I'm at. That's how I feel right now, and I'm excited to bring you guys along that journey or story with me. And again, just thank you all so much for always thinking about Braxton and my family, Breeza. It just means so much to us. So I hope you all enjoyed this video of Braxton's birthday. Thank you all for following along, and I can't wait for you guys to come along to all of our future adventures. I'll see you all in our next video. Bye.